from the Good Gymnasium. Good go welcome to the opening game of the 1994-95 season for the Mike Pfeiffer here to bring you all the play-by-play action. Goodrich High School to links and change. The champion. These young men are thinking out at the field house in Madison. Was just the if you want to get another shot at Madison.
For final lap, we're really starting to talk about your many of these the games that last year on by one and start to see keep in mind to Madison, and it doesn't easy. A game where you have to be a very up.
Finals thinking about that last down to Madison and the conference champions of the a team that should give black card, frankly not in the upper echelon. You have the number one ranked team. You have a very another strong program down there, of course, in Milwaukee. In the state it was basketball, so is going to on the basketball. Want to learn last year's team and have some you've lost around two very well and playing towards the end of the I dare say, Mike, that the one is right.
Well, Rocky was obviously the floor leader. He was the guy who was the core of your football team. So I think that guy did an awful lot on all aspects of the game. Those guys right now, you have to go back and start anew. This is going to be on this team. Some guys that know basketball and let.
Yeah, Joe Harmson has made the decision to go on Van Gundy and the Wisconsin who really Harmson is going to be down there next year, and very big key in this ball game, and I got to go to guard position. We probably are going to see Jeff step very well be travel at Travis Verts. We'll be right. Cardinal basketball report.
Has been providing quality painting services for all your industrial, commercial, and done right the first time. Painting and decorating equipment. Cars. Big or small. Lens save.
You can brighten up your for the holidays at Appliance during PCR, stereo, and power equipment. On KitchenAid's full line of to get your dishes cleaner than ever. So brighten up your kitchen for the
not you want Donahue, Sharp, and Casper has difficult case. Wisconsin. You don't have to go to Milwaukee or up the
Back once again here to the Goodrich High School gymnasium. Games of Jeff Simon, who will probably that point guard position tonight. And go to him at any so Jeff Simon and going to be able to we would assume
him. The key to Travis, I think, is that he plays under control.
the lineup. Starting lineups for both teams. The Cougars in his second season at Custer, they finished 500. Ninth or place finish in the Milwaukee City Conference. And this time, Dick Dieter in 11th at Goodrich.
Ready, yeah?
And it really doesn't. It just doesn't.
I would assume quite
I can
impressive.
tell you,
Here.
it was 166 somewhere in that ballpark. And Hobson up the top. Hands of and takes an early lead in the basketball game. Steele off of the rebound, the ball knocked out of bounds.
Court pressure. They're not surprised, Coach.
Although Walt the cards in the backcourt, the looping air line hit Harmson, and he actually hit the rim. So they out will be the call on Johnny Roy.
If they had a situation pass and then just hit the front of the rim and
leave it back between the two rings. Here's Simon, comes right down the lane. Gemma. Bucket. Harmson.
up man-to-man defensively.
And working. And foul. I think they got Greg Pivey.
Backside, try to help.
The first team foul. However, Bass to the line. Bass is going to pair back out in the front. I'm almost surprised that they didn't open up that other balcony.
Just for camera
purpose up there, yeah.
Right.
Get us down the way. Tapped out. Bester comes away with it. And goes down to the. We're going to have a call down to
Right.
Personal.
About the ball side court, right to their own.
First quarter of action. Working in the back. Sunday. Jeff Simon looking back up and tried to come to and moving the wrong quarter for the Fond du Lac Cardinals. Out of the right side, slip went down.
They decided match Rich 10. You got a good six.
Side swing between the two. Down, battling for, but Richards gonna lay it in. 6. Mike, they tell me last about 205. Richards out, pass comes out to Albert. Bass. Travis Ernst to the left side. BASHIR Esther. Esther with his first.
From Goodrich High, go quarter. The Custer.
Going to get a 2-5 and hits the jackknife jumper from
lead on 3 for 4 field goals.
on the I don't know officially, but that and I'm gonna type of play Milwaukee call there against the comes off down in the lane. Play it in.
Took the Campbell and tried to short.
Four basket game. Hurts slip out of the line, reload. Two away there, will knock it down. Five with a rebound. Block from
himself some good inside the paint.
Richard. Now, Derek he's turns. And
a 6-foot right.
And of course his brother is still on the you're the freshman.
Wise came out strong last year. The season started
This year. Richards
calm down low on the body inside.
first personal
Run by the there high post.
off to the free ball game. He'll shoot a pair. Third Tarsi. Lead here early. Up to claps off one of
Ah, nice. By Blair.
why? Got him.
Decision.
Jumper no. Armson with the Forte. We'll get it. Not trailing to take a look. Robin. Ball tapped out.
The Cardinals, Dave. I thought Cardinals, but
Harmson Unaccustomed to see him that far away from the goal. Down from the way. Dishing into the hands.
That was a heck of down through the hole.
And into the hands of HARRELL. For there by he's going to try the and it's tough. In the first Milwaukee
of win.
South ball game. Milwaukee steam show. Is good. Back off. Will get the offensive. In the baseline is
In the first
come out. Game as well. He and this season. Ernst with 51 seconds remaining in the quarter. Eric Wiseman, left side sidewalk. Here's Derek to Drew. Drew Diener, the freshman, looks down at Harmson. Get him the basketball down low post. Lost it on the baseline and out of bounds.
Well, Joel looking for the backside move before he really had control of the ball. You can see his head turn to the defense to see which direction he was going to take, and hadn't tucked that ball away yet.
And frankly, Joe has had a pretty tough first quarter. Look down to the baseline.
Wiseman.
Charles Richards, Wiseman on a hand check. First personal, the fourth team foul. Get the thing. No sound? I don't understand that all of a sudden. I'll check it at halftime, I guess. And a shot there by Johnny Roy would knock it out. And Wiseman goes up to get it. 24 seconds in the quarter. Surprisingly, that Custer maybe didn't work for the last one right there. And the Cardinals will now have the opportunity to do just that. Drew Diener. Out to Travis Hurst between the two rings. Here's Drew out of the coffin corner left side. He can shoot that, but then turned it down.
Well, I think he'll look for one shot. It was a little too early yet.
Yeah. Harmson down low, turn, fall away, 10-footer, popped out. Tap once, no, and that'll be the end of the first quarter of action. And our score after one quarter of play is the Fond du Lac Cardinals 16 and Milwaukee Custer 12. Back after this on your Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball report.
The Sports Spine and Work Center of St. Agnes Hospital.
About the only thing we can't fix is a bruised ego.
Mine! Mine! Mine!
The Sports Spine and Work Center of St. Agnes Hospital.
Yours!
About the only thing we can't fix is a bruised ego.
I love watching TV. My whole family does. The problem is there's 4 of us and only one TV. So anyway, last week we all wanted to watch TV all at the same time. It was my mom and my dad and my sister and me facing off. 1 TV, 1 remote, and 1 chance. I made my move and bang! I switched on USA. And you know what? Everyone was happy.
USA, the remote stops here.
As we head into the second quarter of action, quickly the first quarter stats. The Cardinals 6 for 17 for 35%. The Custer Cougars 5 for 11 for 45%. The Cards with a 9-4 edge on the boards. 6 turnovers for Fondy, and Milwaukee Custer with 5.
And Joe Harmson starts off the quarter with a bucket down low, and he'll go to the free throw line on the foul on Charles Richards. That is his 3rd. It also puts them over the limit. Harmson is 1 for 2, and we'll try to complete the 3-point play right here. High slam and jammer rimmed it out. Wiseman with a tap, though. Then the rebound is pulled away by Lamar Hall. Back up court. HARRELL leaves it out. Free throw line jumper there would knock it out. Rebound pulled away into the hands of Jeff Simon. Sundance back across the timeline. Down low, here's Harmson. And had the ball slapped out of his hands. Give it to Johnny Roy. Here's Roy off onto the left-hand side. Esther there with a running one-hander, and he put it in.
Transition basketball off the turnover. Custer gets down court very quickly and picks up the easy deuce.
18-14, back to within 4 again. Milwaukee Custer near side. Ernst got it down low to high slam and jam, and he hit the shot.
Joe's got to work hard for his shots down low. Again, bumped and banged a little bit inside, but able to split the defense and take it strong inside.
Esther, 3-point range, now comes off in the lane to Johnny Roy, and that ball was slapped hard off the hard one. Actually went up and went in, and I don't even know who you're going to credit that to.
Well, actually, I think it went off one of the Cardinals. You got to give him the bucket because he was the closest man, but I think he lost the ball. One of the Cardinals tipped it and tipped it in.
I think it has to go to Johnny Roy.
Yes,
yeah.
That's exactly right.
Running one-hander here by Jeff Simon, and he laid it down.
We're seeing Simon with a lot of penetration tonight, and that's very important for the Cardinals to do, to be able to take it strong inside.
22-16, right down the lane here once again. Ball knocked free from Albert HARRELL, and back up court come the Cardinals. Simon. Here's Ernst out between the 2 rings, left side. Jeff Simon now got it down low here to Harmson. They're going to call a hand check foul there on Johnny Roy. Johnny Roy will pick up the personal. That's his first, as he has to come over now in the absence of Richards. He has got to come over and pick up Joe Harmson, and highly unenviable task. Although they actually pick up an inch. Johnny Roy listed at 6'5", where Richards was 6'4".
51 just then. Is that going to be Vernon Woods? I don't have a 51 in my program. Would that be 50 probably?
Mine, no!
David Riley's
okay.
Number 40. Sorry about that. I didn't give that to you. I gave it to Nancy before. Dave Riley. Out between the 2 rings now, left side off to the baseline. Here's Esther's shot. No, Harmson there. Didn't even have to leave the floor to grab that rebound. Ernst. 24-16 by 8 here, the Fond du Lac Cards. And Sundance Simon, they try to wrap around steal. Ernst off the left side, looping feet down low to Harmson. Hard to the hole, overlaid the hoop. Rebound tapped out, off into the hands of Esther. Lead feed up court to Albert HARRELL. Left side sidewalk is Riley now with the basketball. Down low to the baseline. Johnny Roy, turn around from 10. There would not go. Rebound tapped out to Ernst. Cardinals pull up now, leave the basketball for Bester. Tran away to the left side. Short off the back of the rim. And pulled down by Bashir Esther. Left side sidewalk coming off into the lane is Demel Bass. Shot tip free, picked up here once again by Johnny Roy. Bass with the rebound, and now they'll call the foul out over the back of Bass. So Joe Harmson picks up the personal.
Joe,
that is going to be his second, and he'll come on.
Right. Matt Rupert in for Harmson, getting his first look tonight. Rupert, a 6'7" senior.
Off to the free throw line goes DeMel Bass. He is 0 for 2 thus far in the basketball game. Got the first.
5:03 in the first half of action. The Cards with a 24-17 lead.
On the way to the second one, and also good.
Lamar Hall checks in for the Cougars. For Johnny Roy.
So here is Travis Ernst working the left side sidewalk, brings the basketball here across the timeline. Off out of the coffin corner now for Brad Bester as Air Best back out. Here is Simon, and he pulled up at the free throw line and had the ball back free. Picked up by DeMel Bass, challenged here by Simon, comes down, lays it in anyway. DeMel Bass, and they're back to within 4 again at 24-20. Pressure in the backcourt, lead feed across the timeline. Bester, and he dropped the pass off behind to Matt Rupert, and Rupert didn't handle it.
Well, ball was an excellent idea. I tried to backhand the ball, but the ball, it got too low, and it got Rupert down on the knee.
A very, you know, that's probably waist high to an awful lot of guys, but not Matt Rupert. And Travis Ernst on the other end of the court will pick up the personal. His first, 6th team foul. So Custer's still not in the bonus. We have 4:27 in the half, and Fond du Lac leading it by 4 at 24-20. Cardinals in this ball game, Mike, have really been very streaky, haven't we?
That has not been uncommon for Cardinal teams, though.
But very much in spurts.
Drew Diener checks back in for Bester.
As well as Derek is in there, too. For Ernst. And a foul will be called in the backcourt.
Cardinals here with only 5 field goal attempts thus far here in the second quarter of action, whereas the Cougars with 11 attempts.
Albert Harrell with his first personal foul. And it's going to be Derek Diener to go to the free throw line. He is scoreless thus far in the ball game. He will shoot a 1+1 here. Good on the first. He will get one more. Derek with a pair. He'd better hit those, right?
I think so, or else you don't go home tonight.
26-20 by 6 here, the Fond du Lac Cards. And working back out between the two rings, Tyrone Winters dumps the basketball off down to the baseline. They're going to call it here on Roop or on Wiseman. I think it might go on Matt Rupert. No, it's on Wiseman.
Years gone by, Dave, we used to joke around a little bit about the stories and the conversations at the dinner table of the Bob Hyland family when Robbie was playing for him. I suspect it might be even a little bit worse here, having 2 sons playing at the varsity for Dick Diener.
Well, I'll tell you this much, at least there are 2 sons, Mike. They can at least gang up on him a little bit.
They probably do have to.
They have a little bit of an advantage there, I suppose. Here's Jeff Simon off that good shot. Wiseman outside, jumper there will knock it out. 5, he got the rebound. Check that. It's Drew Diener with the rebound. Could not put it down, but a foul. Well, this one on Joe King, a 6'2" senior. His first personal.
Fondy thus far 1 for 5 from 3-point range.
And Drew Diener will go to the free throw line. Got the first, and the cheer goes up from the, I think it's Tyson. Did he go to Tyson, or what? I'm not even sure.
Not positive. I believe that would be correct, but I'm not sure about that.
Well, at any rate, the cheer goes up from the Tyson or Sabish or Woodworth crowd that is here to support him tonight.
I'm sure that Joe Harmson and Jeff Simon can relate to that situation.
Yep. And off of the baseline, shot put up by Johnny Roy would knock it down. The rebound to pass, but off his hands and out of bounds will go back to the Cardinals. 28-20 is the score here in favor of the Fond du Lac Cardinals. 3.5 minutes remaining.
That's an area, Dave, I would think that Harmson and Simon can really help a young player like Diener, being a 9th grader up in the varsity level. Both those young men, of course, 3 years ago went through the same situation, and they can really help them along, and I'm sure they do.
Well, you know, that's got to be a big help, and probably the major difference between those two situations is that at that time you had 2 freshmen on the ball club. This year, of course, you only have the one in Drew Diener. Derek Diener coming off in the lane, now looked it back outside, give the basketball to 5E. Reload to Derek. Derek circle high to the right side. 5E pops back up once again. Left side down to the baseline. Here's Simon taking the ball to the lane. Outside Rupert, 15 for there. It's good by Rope.
Good assist by Simon, as again he penetrates as he's done so well tonight. This time gets it in and he kicks it back out to Rupert, enable him to free up for an open 10-footer.
Dave Riley coming to the lane, ball bang free. Johnny Roy saves from going OB, but off into the hands of Derek Diener. Oh, they're going to call him on an offensive foul. And boy, if we'd go back and look at that, boy, he didn't give him a step.
I think it was a pretty good call.
He didn't give him a step, but he's also moving, Mike. He didn't plant. There was no plant there by the defender. Well, Derek Diener with his second personal. And he will come out of the basketball game. Bester is back in. Travis Ernst is back in as well. So you have Rupert at the post, 5E, and Bess at forward, and Ernst and Drew Diener at the guards right now, and I would assume that they read. Off of the baseline, turnaround jumper there would not go down, but the rebound pulled down by Riley, and he'll dump it back in. 30-22. They just kind of hang right in there ever so slightly. Ernst to Greg 5E, leaving for Rupert, coming around the pick down low, reloads the basketball now to Bess. Down to Roop, back outside 5E, 16-footer from the free throw line area, no. And pulled down and away, and the backup court with the basketball. Comes Bass, is running one-hander, no. 5E tried to dump it out. Riley there takes it away and puts it back in. Dave Riley with his 4th point of the ball game, 30-24.
As of late, the Cougars have had success on the offensive glass. That's the nature of their last 2 baskets.
Cards again just have not been real consistent on either end of the floor, for that matter. Backdoor feed there, Bess, and the reverse layup is gone. His 4th point of the ball game.
Besta comes off a backdoor pick on the backside, enabling him to come free, and a good anticipated pass inside.
32-24, and a jump ball call on the scramble, but the basketball will go back to Milwaukee Custer. 1:33 remaining here in the first half of action. Riley leaves the basketball for Harrell. Down to the right side, got it off onto the baseline to Esther, and he's going to be called for travel.
Good inside defense right there. Gave him absolutely no place to go with the ball. Came down to the court with it once again, and obviously at that point, it's a whistle.
So the Cardinals inbounding in the backcourt, and full boat pressure applied once again as Travis Ernst. Little hand fake there. On Harrell. Out of the coffin corner left side. Shot there by Drew Diener, would knock it down. Roop with the rebound. Gives it up in the lane to Bester, and that one honeycombed out. Up court they come on the lead feed. I was going to say, I don't think I've got it. Oh, yes, I do. Chris Robinson. I hate these rosters. These aren't even in alphabetical order. There's no
no rhyme or reason to the order they're in.
That's 2 in a row that we've gotten here from Goodrich, and quite frankly, I think they could just take the time to put them in numerical order. Here's Spivey coming out of late offensive foul.
No doubt about that. Great goes hard to the basket, but just nothing there. Good plant defensively by Johnny Roy.
Second personal on Spivey. So Robinson works with Bass. Let's see if they'll work for one with 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. Charles Richards playing with 3 personals. Comes around 5. He leaves it back out. Chris Robinson inside the paint. 14-footer would not drop. Jackknife jumper now for 3. No, Rupert on the rebound. The Cardinals, after they missed that one and popped it back out, I'm surprised. But then they certainly, I think, probably should have gone for one. Well,
that's not the nature of city basketball in Milwaukee. They play more of the playground style basketball.
And a foul here on Albert Harrell.
Normally not real disciplined basketball players. That's the reason, number one, you don't usually see them play for a last shot. Number two, most often you'll see those the weakness of those teams be the defensive. And again, you have to go back to discipline.
And then you got Milwaukee King, which defies all all of the above. Bester to the Fritzl line. And Brad gets the first. He will get one more with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half of action. The second one is also good. And the backup court quickly pulling up with a 3, and he hit it from, wow. Long range by Bass, and that will be the end of the first half of action. And our score here at halftime is the Fond du Lac Cardinals 34, Milwaukee Custer 27. We'll be back after this on your Fond du Lac Cardinal Basketball Report.
Find a wide selection of full-size vans and conversions, spacious Ford Aerostars, and luxurious Ford Windstars. Alexander Motors lets you choose from the comfortable Plymouth Voyager, the sensational Mercury Villager, or the Chrysler Town & Country. Find your next van or minivan at one convenient location. Service Motors and Alexander Motors, Scott and Main Streets, Fond du Lac.
In every community, some things never change. They stand the test of time. Despite the constant pressures from the outside, they remain stable, unwavering as time marches on. At National Exchange Bank, we recognize the strengths of our community. One of our objectives is to help maintain this quality of life. National Exchange Bank, locally owned and independent, standing the test of time. The Quality Bank, member FDIC.
Whether it's Dean's Dodge in Fond du Lac or Dean's Chevrolet Geo Buick in Waupun, when you visit us, expect to be treated like no other auto dealer will treat you. Our sales teams and our office staff all understand how important your auto purchase is to you. So if you're buying used or new, you can expect the best service before, during, and after the sale.
You don't have to be the biggest dealer to get the best service. Come to Dean's. We're the little dealer that cares about you.
Dean's Dodge, Highways 41 and 151 Fond du Lac, and Dean's Chevrolet Geo Buick on Fond du Lac Street in Waupun.
For all types of commercial printing, call the Print Shop. Get fast, courteous service and quality printing for all your business needs. We specialize in multicolor printing. Call 923-4354 or visit our new office at 19 East 3rd Street in Fond du Lac.
Be a part of the hottest in dating trends. Tune in to the Marcus Cable Channel to watch The Dating Network. Call the 800 number today to place your free video personal ad. The Dating Network, 6 times daily, only on the Marcus Cable Channel.
All off and hit the road in a new pickup closeout price at Broadway Fond du Lac. All 94 trucks and sport utilities must be sold regardless of price. Like S-Series trucks slashed as low as $89.95. We even reduced prices on all used trucks to make room for your trade. We want to be your truck headquarters, and to do that, we're prepared to put extra discounts on the line. Only at Broadway Chevrolet Buick Geo Jeep Eagle, Fond du Lac.
Join the Baker team and be a first stringer. Try the Baker brand award-winning string cheese. Any way you tear it, it's terrific. In your lunches, on your next trip, as a dietary snack. Our string cheese is great anytime. Find all our top quality Baker cheese at most area stores.
Welcome back to Goodrich High. We're at halftime. It's the Fond du Lac Cardinals 34, the Milwaukee Custer Cougars 27. Game that both teams have played very well at times, have struggled from time to time. It's been a game of spurts, as Dave mentioned in the first half of action. We'll take a quick look at the first half stats for each team. The Cardinals 11 for 28 for 39%. Custer 11 for 30 for 37%. Cardinals doing the job on the charity stripe, 11 for 13 for 85. And Custer with only 7 free throw attempts, hitting 4 for 57%. 19 rebounds to 16 for Milwaukee Custer. Fondy in the first half has committed 11 turnovers, and the Cougars of Milwaukee Custer 9 first half errors. We'll take a quick look at the scoring, but first we'll take a break. Be right back with the scoring leaders right after this on your Cardinal Basketball Report.
(1933) Spees Painting and Decorating has been providing quality painting services for all your industrial, commercial, and residential needs. If your job is big or small, get it done efficiently and get it done right the first time. Spees Painting and Decorating, equipped to do the job efficiently.
At Len's Sales and Service, not only do we sell quality cars, trucks, and vans, but we also provide complete auto services. From cleaning to detailing, our body shop can handle all your needs, big or small. Len's Sales, Service, and Leasing, where nice cars, trucks, and vans are sold and serviced.
You can brighten up your kitchen for the holidays at Silica Appliance and TV during our store-wide sell-a-thon. Store-wide savings on appliances, TVs, VCRs, stereo, and power equipment. Save on KitchenAid's full line of appliances. KitchenAid dishwashers with Sure Scrub multi-level wash to get your dishes cleaner than ever. So brighten up your kitchen for the holidays during the store-wide sell-a-thon at Silica Appliance and TV.
You depend on Silica.
Not all law firms or lawyers are the same. If you've been injured, you want a lawyer with experience. Donahue, Sharp, and Casper has handled difficult cases throughout the state and argued successfully before state courts at all levels, including the Wisconsin Supreme Court. They've won significant recoveries for their clients, and they've done it from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. You don't have to go to Milwaukee or up the valley to find experienced, accomplished personal injury attorneys.
Welcome to NFL Game Day. The formula is this for success. Now it's just a question of winning.
NFL Game Day, Sunday at noon on ESPN.
Need we say more?
Be a winner. Advertise your business in almost any ESPN program for just $6 per ad. Call Marcus Cable Advertising today for more information.
Very quickly here, we'll take a look at the scoring leaders before we tip off for the second half. And the Cardinals led by Harmson with 11, 7 for Simon, and 6 for Bester.
Joe Harmson down the baseline. They will call a blocking foul. And this one is going to be whistled against Albert HARRELL.
And you saw DeMel Bass, the leader for Custer at halftime, with 8 points.
Third personal foul on HARRELL, the first team foul, and the Cardinals will inbound the basketball. Got it down low here to Slamma-Jamma, and the shot blocked by Charles Richard.
Seemed like an awful lot of contact inside, however.
Lead feed down court, and missing the slam dunk was Bashir Esther. Travis Ernst ran away, and he hit it. Travis Ernst, his first field goal of the basketball game. Esther spins down low in the paint, travel with the ball. And the basketball will go back here to the Fond du Lac Cardinals. The pressure again applied by the Cougars in the backcourt. Ernst. Right side sidewalk. Here is Jeff Simon. Coming around, back out hole high, giving to Ernst down to the right side sidewalk. Ernst had the three, turned it down. Now leave outside for Airbus. Left side sidewalk is Jeff Simon. 5E lead feed, slamming it home is Joe Harpson.
Harpson just working hard inside. Worked to the position where he could get to the ball in a good receiving position, and his perimeter people found him.
Esther in the paint, no. Tipped by 5E, rebound by Slamajama. Outlet pass comes to Jeff Simon, he'll work it up. Here's Airbus to the left side, give it to Sundance, up between the two rings. Right on the right side is Travis Hurts. 5E, looping feed down to High Harpson, turn, skyhook is got by High Slamajama.
When Harpson picked the second foul up in the second quarter of action and hit the Pines, he was unhappy. He was really kind of thrown it inside, and he's really picked up the pace here in the second half.
Johnny Roy with a lot of bump banging down low underneath, and on a fall away, he put it in. His 6th point of the basketball game. Quickly back up court, Harpson is fouled by Bashir Esther.
Joey really intense at this point.
Well, Mike, you know, you've had so much talk about Joe in the preseason and whatnot, and you have to think, of course, that he wanted to come out here, make a good impression in the first game.
Well, it's got to be an awful lot of pressure for a young man with such high expectations.
Well, and I said in the back of the first quarter that he was struggling, did not have a particularly good first quarter of action, but has come back here now. Harpson, second on the way, good. He's only missed one free throw tonight. Charles Richards, Esther, looping feed over the top to Johnny Roy, knocked away and out of bounds, and the basketball here is going to go back to Milwaukee Custer.
From selfish reasons, of course, we certainly wish he would have gone to Wisconsin, but of course, I'm sure he's going to have a very fine career as a Wildcat.
And underneath, trying to take the baseline was DeMel Bass. And Jeff Simon will pick up a reach-in foul. His first, the first team foul.
I also find it hard to have a game where in this situation when the Badgers play the Wildcats, you want Harms to do well, but you still want the Badgers to win.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be tough in the years to come. I am sure. Bass to the free throw line, 43-29. I guess what you look at right now is, hey, we've got him for this season. Yeah, we'll enjoy that. First two players, Mike, that I can recall being able to enjoy for 4 solid years on the varsity level.
Well, we had one in the girls level also.
Right, but I'm talking about on the boys level. Right. Looping feed, they try for the alley-oop to Harpson, and he is fouled as he went to the hole. And this one will be on Bass once again. DeMel Bass with his third personal, the second team. High Harpson will go to the free throw line. Five of 6 from the line, 6 of 7 from the line for High Slamajama.
Obviously looks like one area where
he worked
very hard.
Didn't he? Yeah.
Yep.
And, you know, Mike, a position there that really has to hit free throws. If you're going to be a top-notch postman in the Big Ten, or for that matter in high school ball, you got to be able to knock them down. And Joe obviously has worked pretty hard on that in the offseason. The ball bag free by Harpson, but back into the hands of Charles Richards. Leave it back out, it is Tyrone Winters. Winters coming down the lane. Dish off pass there for Richards. Ball tipped on the floor, and traveling violation on Richards. 44-31 by 13 here in the Fond du Lac Cardinals. We have 5:30 remaining in the third quarter. Jeff Simon, left side sidewalk, shovel pass off to Airbus, back to Simon once again, comes up between the two rings. Travis Ernst, looping feed, down low here to Harpson, off the glass, couldn't hit the shot. Skying up to get was Esther, saved from going OB by Dave Riley, into the hands of Bashir Esther. And Tyrone Winters now will bring it back up. Winters on the left side sidewalk. There's Riley with the basketball. Back to Winters once again. As Esther, looping feet, trying to come to Johnny Roy. Tipped away by Fivey, off into the hands of Airbus, and here come the Cardinals back the other way. Bester, jackknife for three, no. Esther with a rebound, tipped away by Airbus. Into the hands of Travis Verts. And he will work it up. As an Anthony Pieper style of dribble. Skyhook in the lane, bang out by Hudson.
Well, as nobody's going to stop that shot.
46-31, back the other way as Richards comes in. No, rebound off to Johnny Roy and a foul underneath. He's going to get the hoop and the foul. And they call the foul on Greg Fivey. That'll be his third.
On the other side of the other end of the court, Dave, I've got to give credit to Custer. They've really done a good job in Harmson as far as sagging and picking and double teaming down low. Joe's had to work very hard for the majority of his points, and they have been really collapsing on him inside. That's largely due to the fact that the Cardinals have not shot very well from long range in this game. So thus far, they're able to sag down low.
And he airballed the free throw. Oddly enough, Mike, you talk about shooting from the outside. We have not shot with authority from the outside, that's for sure.
No, we've hit a couple, but not the way this Cardinal
Not
team
real
is capable
consistent,
of.
no. Simon, left side sidewalk, down to the baseline. Here's Joe Harmson, reloads it back out once again to Diener. And down to Slamma-Jamma, turns on the baseline, fall away from 10 is good.
Oh, that's a big league move there. A reverse pivot and a fall away shot.
11 points in the quarter for Joe Harmson. 48-33 by 15. Now the Cardinals. Riley leaps back out for Winter. Off onto the baseline. Here's Esther. Back of the rim. Hoop wouldn't have it. Tipped out into the hands of Johnny Roy. Turn. 13-footer there. No. Richards had the ball stripped free by Wiseman. Up into the hands of Simon. 3-on-1 break. And they gave it off to Harmson. And what do we got?
I'm not sure, Dave.
They had a double foul. They may have called this.
I think behind the play.
Okay, on Charles Richards and on Eric Wiseman. That's what it is. Richards and Wiseman both pick up personals. Now, what they got Wiseman for, that's his third, the third team. And then, of course, it's a jump ball.
Goes possession here.
And it goes possession. So Richards has picked up his fourth. And the third team there. Well, they got him down for 4-team foul. Skyhook in the lane. Johnny Roy, and he hit it. Jeff Simon, lead feet, up to Wiseman, off on a baseline, right back to Sundance once again. Coming off in the lane, dishes off here for Harmson. Oh, boy, tough shot, almost went down. Got his own rebound. Skyhook with the right hand is gone. Joe Harmson putting out a clinic down on the baseline here in the third quarter.
No doubt, Joe worked awful hard in the summer, I can tell that.
Left side sidewalk and a new player into the basketball game there. Yeah, if I can find him here. Joe King. Shot wouldn't drop. Simon, lead feet. Ahead to Bester, running one hand. Oh, over the hole! Rebound to Sundance, but underneath. And Jeff Simon, I believe, is going to go to the free throw line. Foul will be on Joe King, his second personal. And the 15th foul. And Drew Diener now is into the basketball game. Derek, circle hot on the left side. Swing between the two rings to Simon. Give it to Drew, around to the right side. Derek popping back up high once again. They look it down to Harmson, and they had him open. Couldn't get. Now they get him the basketball. Down low, turns down on Johnny Roy. 10-footer there would not go. Probably should have put that one on the floor and gone to the hole. And coming off into the lane, and an offensive foul is going to be the call on Damel Bass. That was an excuse me whistle, and a situation where now I've got to call something.
I think you're exactly right, Dave. Really tough call to make against Bass right there.
Fourth personal foul on DeMel Bass. And should have been a no call. Anticipation there by the officials. Diener back up court to the left side sidewalk. Tricky dribble off on the left side. Tran away here from Simon. Short in front of the rim. Harmson up to get. Turns in the paint. The 10-footer is gone. I have run out of room in the third quarter for scoring for Joe Harmson.
The scoreboard still works yet.
52-36. Looping feet knocked away by Harmson and out of bounds.
And here Joe's going to come out for a quick breather.
15 points in the quarter for High Slamma-Jamma. And Matt Rupert will come in to give him a break.
Now, Joe was a fine basketball player last year, but this year he's so much more confident and so much smoother, and he works more instinct-wise on the court.
Well, that's the senior thing, Mike. You know, you get that maturity, what have you. Johnny Roy missed the shot. Roop with the rebound. And the backup comes Derek Diener out of the left side. Drew going to take that one from Treyland, would knock it out. Rupert battling for, are they going to call Wiseman or Roop on the foul? One of the two. Matt Rupert will pick up the personal. That's his first, the fourth team foul. Now Matt Rupert, another one who should be on the improve, Mike, for the last year or so. He's had to work against High Slamma-Jamma every day in practice. Bass in the lane, give it to Esther. Down low now to Johnny Roy. They get a double up on him. Turn 10-footer, no. Wiseman grabs the rebound, and what's the call?
It's going to go the other way, we know that.
Yeah. Got a foul call here, and it will be on. Yeah, it's going to be on Dave Riley.
Bonus will be down at the other end.
Yes,
that's
it
his
should be.
17th foul.
So now I'm not sure if it's Wiseman or who that's going to go to the free throw line, and I believe now it's going to be Derek Diener.
Yep.
Derek Diener will go to the line and shoot a 1+1. He is 2 of 2 thus far.
1:22 to go here in the third quarter of action. The Cardinals have opened up a 52-35 lead.
And missing the front half. And the ball tipped out of bounds, was touched last by DeMel Bass. It will go back to the Cardinals.
That's the 14th turnover of the game for Custer.
Saturday, a pair of hockey games for you. Outside here is Drew Diener with a three. Drew Diener with his first field goal as the varsity player, and it's 55-35. Trying to come down to Charles Richards. Roop couldn't save it. And the basketball back to the Custer Cougars. Riley off of the baseline. Outside, Johnny Roy. Back between the two rings is DeMel Bass. Left side sidewalk down to Esther. Got it down into Johnny Roy. Steam shovels the thing up there. The rebound tapped by Wiseman into the hands of Drew Diener, and a foul called in the backcourt, I believe, on Bashir Esther. Up, Johnny Roy. Johnny Roy with his second personal will go back to the other end of the court and shoot free throws, and we're going to get a timeout taken here now. Milwaukee Custer wants to talk things over. We have 45 seconds remaining to be played here in the third quarter of action. Time out of the court. Why did they take a timeout at that time? 55-35 score. Back after this.
The Sports Spine and Work Center of St. Agnes Hospital. About the only thing we can't fix is a bruised ego.
Mine! Mine! Mine!
The Sports Spine and Work Center of St. Agnes Hospital.
Yours!
About the only thing we can't fix is a bruised ego.
Welcome back once again to the Goodrich High School Gymnasium with 45 seconds remaining. Mike, I can't imagine why Walt Fix took that time out at that time. I don't know what he's going to gain with just 45 seconds remaining in the quarter. Drew Diener to the free throw line, gets the first. And he will get one more. Got them both. 4 for 4 from the line, and a total of 7 points for the freshman. 57-35. Back up court is Bass with the basketball. Takes it down the lane, leaves it off for Johnny Roy. Off his foot into the hands of Matt Rupert. Here's Derek Diener, lead feed to Wiseman. He traveled. It looked like a pretty move by Eric Wiseman, but you could see all the way they were going to blow the whistle on it.
That, however, only the first turnover of the quarter, which has been a very, very good quarter for the Cardinals.
Thanks a lot, of course, due to Joe Harmson, who really was a clinic there in that third quarter of action. Charles Richards can't hit the shot. Ball tapped. Drew Diener battling for. They get a double up on him. Tries to get the outlet out, and now they're going to call for the jump ball between Ernst and DeMel Bass, and Bass says the basketball is ours. It is Fond du Lac's ball. So on the possession, the Cardinals get it. Back up court, left side sidewalk. Derek Diener comes here for Travis Ernst. Takes Riley down towards the paint, and he's going to draw the foul on him.
Bumped and banged hard there by David Riley.
Riley with his second personal, and this will send Travis Ernst to the free throw line. Now, will they give him 2 or 1 plus 1?
No, I think they're going to give him 2.
Yeah.
With also 2 seconds in the quarter.
Well, all kinds of people in the stands scouting tonight, Mike.
Yes, a lot of clipboards tonight.
Oshkosh West here. Gene Waddell of Appleton West is here. Ernst gets the first. He will get one more. 4th point of the basketball game. Well, we know that Travis Ernst can shoot the ball. We saw that last year when he kind of come in some of that mop-up time. 3/4 court shot will not go down, and that'll be the end of the third quarter of action. And our score after 3, the Fond du Lac Cardinals 59, Milwaukee Custer 35. Back with the final 8 after this on your Fond du Lac Cardinal basketball report.
Problem is, there's 4 of us and only 1 TV. So anyway, last week we all wanted to watch TV all at the same time. It was my mom, and my dad, and my sister, and me, facing off. 1 TV, 1 remote, and 1 chance. I made my move, and bang! I switched on USA. And you know what? Everyone was happy.
USA, the remote stops here.
The largest selection of minivans or full-size vans and conversions in the Fond du Lac area is at Service Motors and Alexander Motors. At Service Motors, you will find a wide selection of full-size vans and conversions, spacious Ford Aerostars, and luxurious Ford Windstars. Alexander Motors lets you choose from the comfortable Plymouth Voyager, the sensational Mercury Villager, or the Chrysler Town & Country. Find your next van or minivan at one convenient location. Service Motors and Alexander Motors, Scott and Main Streets, Fond du Lac.
Well, the third quarter was very good in all statistics for the Cardinals. 8 for 16 for 50%. The Cougars 3 for 14, only 21%. They out-rebound the Cougars do the Cardinals 11-7. Commit but 1 turnover. And the Cougars with 6 turnovers. And for the final 8 minutes of tonight's game, once again, here's Dave Preston.
Thank you very much, Mike. Charles Richards with a travel down on the baseline, so the Cardinals get the basketball right off the top here. And new player into the ball game here is Mike Zimmerman for Fond du Lac. He wears number 4, left side sidewalk. Here's Airbest coming to the lane. Dish off now for Harmson. Takes the ball to the hole and he'll lay it in. 17 points in the second half, 28 overall. Here is Johnny Roy. Turns over Harmson. Can't hit the shot. Slamma-jamma with a rebound. Outlet pass. They come up court here to Bester. Jackknife for 3 now. And the rebound out of bounds. Zimmerman saves from going OB. Tipped off of the hands of Bass. Into the hands of Bester. Right down the lane. No foul. Reach in here, I believe, is going to be called on Johnny Roy. Nope. It's going to be on the Bashir Esther. Third personal.
You know, Dave, the Cardinal defense has been very good tonight. You look at a basketball game that would have to be classified as an up-tempo game, and after 3 quarters plus another minute, they've held this team to 35 points. That's some good defense.
Bester to the free throw line to shoot a pair against the first. Should mention a couple of former Cardinals in the stands here tonight. Eric Grams is up this way, up in the balcony. Golden, of course, now with the University of Wisconsin Badger football team that will be making a trip to Tampa, Florida. I don't know if he'll make that traveling squad, but ball tipped free down low. Also up this way, Adam Zekas, who's now at Carthage College. We'll see him in a couple of weeks against Marion. Here's Joe Harmson falling away from 16.
Well, you get a guy that big that can fall away from 16 feet and hit nothing but net.
65-35 by 30 now the Cardinals. Charles Richards going to shoot a tray. He airballed it. Rebound down low on the baseline to Albert Harrell, and he'll put it back in. Harrell's second bucket of the game. Adam, last weekend, involved in a tournament with Carthage College. They were over at Ripon College in that tournament over there. Bester on a running one-hander no. And Richards has just fouled out of the game. Charles Richards, who early in the ball game looked like he was going to give Joe Harmson some problems, and Richards picked up 4 points in the first quarter, never scored again.
Last time down court, the field goal by the Cougars broke an 0 for 8 streak from the field for them.
Bester back to the free throw line. Missed the front half. Adam in that tournament over in Ripon College, over at Ripon College last week, was named to the all-tournament team as a freshman playing for Carthage. Missed them both. Boy, that's unusual for Airbus. Rebound to Dave Riley. 65-37 basketball game off on the baseline, and the foul there is going to be on High Slamma-Jamma, who that time, and Mike, he has worked so hard defensively here tonight, that's really the first time I could think of that he got kind of caught flat-footed.
Well, as I said, the Cardinal defense has been very good through the course of this basketball game. And, that's one area, as we know, Coach Diener works very hard with this unit on. You have to play some defense, and they've done a good job.
Off to the free throw line, DeMal Bass is 2 out of 4, and he'll shoot a pair here. I think the one thing that Joe was going to make sure of was that if he was going to foul him, he was going to foul him good and certainly not give him any chance at a three-point thing here. They missed the front half. DeMal Bass will get one more. JVs tonight, by the way, we never really did talk about that, did we?
No way.
They lost this evening.
A bit of a strange game, actually.
Yes, it was.
They controlled the game for 3 quarters. Then went down by 11 early in the 4th quarter, worked their way back, got within 4 or 5 a couple times, but eventually lose it by, I believe, 6.
Yeah, it was 76-70 was the final score. Up high post this time. Harmson turns to fade away, and we have holding for 15 yards here against Milwaukee Custer. I suppose these guys have got to...
David Riley on the foul.
Yeah, his third. Got to get the football refereeing out of their system, too. Harmson to the free throw line. Has hit on 6 of 9.
Hit that one.
Got that one. And now 7 of 10. Which about doubles his percentage of last year. Missed the second half, though. 66-38 basketball game, and back up court is DeMal Bass. Riley coming in late. They're going to call a reach. Oh, they're going to call a traveling violation on Dave Riley. And I tell you, Brad Bester got a hand in there before an official could see it, and that's what caused the travel.
And Rupert up off the Pines for Harmson. He may be done for the
that
evening.
might be all we're going to see of High Slamma-Jamma as he went down to the far end of the bench. And got about 30 here on the night. I'll check that for you in a moment. Double check it. Steele here in the backcourt. Now turn around off the glass. There would not go down. From Albert Harrell. Up court they come. Airbus takes the baseline, tried to shovel it underneath to Eric Wiesenden, And the foul will be on Esther. Esther with his 4th personal. "31 points on the night for Joe Hartson, assuming that he is probably done for the evening. Brad Bester gets the first.
Well, have you got the turkey in the oven yet?
No. It's not going in the oven.
Oh, the grill?
Never make a turkey in the oven.
You are making a turkey?
Yes.
I assume that someone that knows so much about turkey talk.
Boy. And Bester going back to the hole. And Johnny Roy will pick up the personal, his 3rd. Air Best back to the free throw line again. So who's making the bird around? You got your mom making one for you, I suppose.
Yes, indeed.
Jeez. Now we got most of the family coming over by us. Put the old turkey over the charcoal, you know, and of course we've got to eat late.
Very late tomorrow.
Yeah.
Following that Packer win over Dallas.
Yeah, well, boy, some interesting news out of Green Bay this afternoon, huh?
I just caught a glimpse of that. A chance, are they saying?
Now they're talking a pretty good chance. Out of the coffin corner, the jackknife jumper there by Demal Bass would knock it out, and Matt Rupert clears it. Leave it to the backcourt. Derek Diener across the timeline. Wiseman back to Derek once again. Left side sidewalk. Here's Rupert. Pop it back up. Bester, hole high. Left side. Wiseman look for the give goal. Ball bang free. Rupert picks it out of the sky. Wiseman picks it off the floor. Back outside between the 2 rings to Derek Diener. Derek coming off in the lane. Right side, jackknife jumper. 3 by Air Best.
Oh, that was more vintage Best. Squared up nicely from the 3-point line. Nothing but net.
They're 72-38. The Fond du Lac Cardinals going to win this one going away. Harrell into the lane, running one-hander. Tough shot, he put it down. It was kind of unheard of through the 2nd and 3rd quarters. I don't know what that was all about. He's not even on the court, an awful lot of that, and steps in front of a pass here from Bester. Lead feed, back up court, coming off in the lane. Johnny Roy just traveled.
Well, that was a good shot of that turnover you saw, first of all, by the Cardinals, and then the reaction by Coach Diener right there, and not real happy, I would say, from that facial expression.
The other interesting news out of Dallas, and I don't know if you heard that one or not, was that Rodney Pete's status was upgraded significantly. No shot here. And the foul is called on Esther, and he has just fouled out. Finishes the night with 4 points.
Fill me in here, first of all. I just heard bits about Reggie. They are saying it's a chance now?
He has been upgraded to questionable, I believe it is.
Well, I know that they had put him on the injured reserve and didn't run him back off again yesterday.
No, never did put him on an injured reserve.
Oh, I had heard that they did.
No. Not the case there. Jeff Simon missing the front half of the bonus. 72-40, 32-point basketball game. Jackknife jumper from 3, no. Johnny Roy with a rebound in the lane and a foul. Yeah, they call this one on Mike Zimmerman. Yep. Zim with his first personal foul. That is the 5th team, and Custer will inbound the basketball. No free throw here. 3:57 remaining in regulation play. And outside is Harrell with a tray, and he hit it. Mike, I don't know where he was in the 2nd and 3rd quarter. He was not on the court, I'll tell you that much. He started the ball game. Here's Zimmerman, and Eric Wiseman there to pick up the loose change and put it back in.
Eric on the weak side gets the rebound across the basket. And again, that's just set up by good hustle to get defensive position.
Demal Bass blocked by Roop. Bass gets it back, trail away there, will knock it out. Johnny Roy taps put into the hands of Mike Zimmerman. Outlet pass to Jeff Simon. Down the paint to Rupert. Comes down the lane, no, but a foul. And Joe King picks up his third personal. Greg Fivey is back in, and also Scott Vandenberg comes in. Derek Diener is out, and Eric Wiseman comes out. Matt Rupert to the free throw line. Will shoot a pair, and he missed the front half. I thought it was rather interesting that all of a sudden Rodney Peete was upgraded to a point where they're talking that he might play. Roop gets the second of two, 75-43. 3:10 remaining. Harrell again going to shoot the tray. No. Johnny Roy with a rebound. Leaves it back outside. There's Bass double clutching on a three, and he hit it. Now trying to drive some threes and make it look respectable here. Simon tripped up from behind by Harrell. That'll be his fourth. Now that we talk about it, he picked up a pair of fouls early in the basketball.
That's why he was on.
So Jeff Simon is going to go to the free throw line. He is 0 for 1 thus far. And we'll get a 1+1 right here. 2:51 remaining. Got the first. Got the second. 77-46, 2:50 to go. Reminder, high school hockey action on Saturday. 2 games for you. Riley right down the lane. No. Roop with a rebound. First of all, the Springs Ledgers against Madison Edgewood. Here's Jeff Simon. The lean in from 10, no. Now shovels the pass across to Vandenberg. Scott Vandenberg can't hit it. Tapped by Fivey. Out of bounds and back here to Milwaukee Custer. Springs Madison Edgewood beginning at 6 p.m. with the replay. The face-off is at 3 o'clock at the fairgrounds. And then later on that evening, the Fond du Lac Cardinals will open up the season against Brookfield. And we'll have the replay for you at 10:30.
The Cardinals' first action, the Ledges will come into that game with a 1-0 record.
After a 6-1 victory over lightly regarded Delafield St. John. Scott Vandenberg down to the baseline, 5E, and a foul. And it's going to go on David Riley. His fourth. Back to the free throw line we go. Greg Fivey.
Well, this is part of the game. Usually that student section you just saw gets all their favorites in the game. And normally they end up with some fan favorite later on in the game off the bench.
Fivey gets the first. He'll get another 30-point lead, 78-48 with 2:05 remaining. Cardinals' next action just about a week from last night. As a matter of fact, exactly a week from last night, and it's a conference game against the Appalachian Patriots. Lean-in shot there would not drop. Back to the Cardinals. King on that shot, couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
Pressure still applied in the backcourt.
That will be 8 p.m. or tip-off or thereabouts, and 10 o'clock right here.
Zimmerman leaning in the paint, gets his first bucket of the season. 80-48. 1:40 left. Riley outside with a tray. No. 5E battles for it. Can't come up with it. Now Rupert takes it away from Johnny Roy. What's the call? Foul's going to be on Johnny Roy.
And Coach Dieter wants a quick timeout here.
Yeah. Yep. Apparently he's got some, maybe a few more people wants to get in here yet this evening. We will get a timeout with 1:33 remaining to be played in this basketball game. Timeout on the court. Fond du Lac leads it 80-48.
They stand the test of time. Despite the constant pressures from the outside, they remain stable, unwavering as time marches on. At National Exchange Bank, We recognize the strengths of our community. One of our objectives is to help maintain this quality of life. National Exchange Bank, locally owned and independent, standing the test of time. The Quality Bank, member FDIC.
Matt Rupert will go to the free throw line to shoot a 1+1. His hit on 1 of 2. He gets the front half. And we'll get one more. Second toss on the way. Missed that one.
And we're going to get 5 there over the back here on wide street, was it?
Some new people now into the basketball game. Kyle Laced has come in. He's a junior at 6'5". And he wears number 44.
Oh, wait, Laced got the foul.
Laced got the foul,
that wasn't my error.
David Riley will go to the free throw line on the other end with 1:33 left. He missed the front half of the bonus. Rebound came off in the lane to Eric Franklin. Can't hit the shot. Another on Laced underneath, and the bucket's going to be good. By Dave Riley on the tip. Laced with his second personal, and Riley again will go to the free throw line after hitting the bucket to now try and complete a three-point play this time.
Last 3 minutes have been an eternity with
Yes,
a
they
lot
have.
of fouls.
A lot of fouls here very late in the basketball game. Aaron Chase comes out of there with a rebound. Up court they go. Here's Scott Vandenberg off of the baseline. Can't hit the shot. Laced now with a foul over the back of Dave Riley. Did I say Laced?
Yes,
It's Chase.
Chase, right.
First personal there on Chase. And David Riley back to the line once again. Missed the front half. Out of there with the rebound. Off onto the baseline. Ball tipped there into the hands of Joe King, and he'll put it back in. Back up court. Vandenberg up between the two rings. Here is Judkins. Andy Judkins down left side sidewalk. Shot on the way here by Chip Gilgenbach. Won't go. Outlet pass way down court. Cheating on the break is Damon Bass. Demel Bass, I should say. And missed the shot, but a foul called underneath.
Vandenberg, very slow getting up, was underneath that pile, but looks to be okay.
Called the foul on Eric Franklin. And Scott Vandenberg will go to the free throw line with a 1+1. Missed the front end. Riley, lead feed down court, broken up there by Vandenberg. Off into the hands of Andy Judkins, and they'll lose the ball on the near sideline. It's not about.
36 seconds left in the contest. The Cardinals walking away with a big win in their first night.
Franklin down underneath to King. No, tip inside is going to be good by Dave Riley. 8th point of the ball game for him. 81-54. Down to 19 seconds. Vandenberg dumps it across the timeline, and Riley with a foul. Wow. Well, he's fouled out. That's 3 that have gone down on fouls. The crowd has been slowly but surely cleared up. Oh, I see another former Final Act Cardinal in the stand here. Not Rick Keck here. That goes back a ways. And shot missed there. Aaron Chase will dump it back in. Down to 5 seconds remaining. Jackknife jumper by King would not go. Turnaround jumper by Chris Robinson. No, that'll be the final score. The final here Fond du Lac Cardinals 83 and Milwaukee Custer 54. Back to wrap it up for you right after this.
Truck headquarters, and to do that, we're prepared to put extra discounts on the line. Only at Broadway Chevrolet Buick GO Jeep Eagle, Fond du Lac.
Join the Baker team and be a first stringer. Try the Baker brand award-winning string cheese. Any way you tear it, it's terrific. In your lunches, on your next trip, as a dietary snack. Our string cheese is great anytime. Find all our top quality Baker cheese at most area stores.
Welcome back once again to the Goodrich High School Gymnasium. Our final score this evening, the Fond du Lac Cardinals 83, Milwaukee Custer 54. The Cardinals win this one going away. And Mike, you got to go back to the third quarter of action when Joe Harmson came out here in the second half and put on a clinic for the folks here and for the folks that were on the court from Milwaukee Custer. He scored, I believe, 15 points in that quarter. Just thoroughly dominated the quarter and helped the Cardinals salt this one away. They'd come into that quarter leading it at only 34 to 27, and largely due to Joe Harmson there in that third quarter. Fond du Lac walked away with this one.
Well, there's no doubt, Dave, that Harmson was the impact player that we expected he would be this season in his first outing. Really took it to him, and I go back to when he went out and picked up his second foul at about midway through the second quarter of action. He picks up his second personal, heads to the Pines at that point, and set out the rest of the first half, and you could see he was visibly upset when he went out. I don't, maybe for a number of reasons, but I'm sure he wasn't happy with his first half play. Came in the third quarter and was dominant on both sides of the basketball. Defensive end really did a good job, intimidation, rebounding, offensively unbelievable. I mean, he made some really, really tough shots, just did a heck of a job. He was an impact player, as I said, took control of the game by himself at that, and the Cardinals just kind of rode him into the win.
Meanwhile, the Cardinals played some pretty decent defense throughout the course of the game until we got down into the waiting, say, 5.5 minutes left when we really turned the ball over to most of the reserves on the court. But Fond du Lac, I thought, played a good, solid defensive game out here tonight.
Well, they really did, Dave. As I said, they just into about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter of action, you'd only given up 35 points. When you take a team that is playing an up-tempo game and you hold them to 35 points through 3 quarters and part of the fourth quarter, you're doing a heck of a job defensively. I don't think they had any individual standout defensive effort, but good team defense, and that's the concept you really want to teach, team defense. Just switching the side quickly, Dave, to the offensive side. The Cardinals tonight, you look at the job Harmson had, 31 points, and he did that on a night when first of all, the defense was able to sag on him because the Cardinals did not shoot very well from the outside. We know the Cardinals are going to come along and shoot very well from the perimeter. This team can pump the ball in. So when they get both aspects of that going, and that's going to happen, you'd have to respect the outside shot, which is going to bring the defense out. At that point, Harmson, with the way he played tonight, can really, really dominate inside.
If there was one player that I was surprised at this evening, it might have been Travis Ernst, who came in, Mike, as, you know, in a reserve role so many times last year, kind of in the mop-up position and what have you. Wanted his hands on the basketball, wanted to shoot the basketball. and really tonight did not come out and want to shoot the basketball from the outside, and Travis Ernst can knock him down from the outside. He might be your best outside shooter.
Well, he's a real fine shooter, and he's, for all intents and purposes, I believe, a very fine ball handler. As I said off the top when we were talking about him, I thought the key to him was to play control, and I think he did that tonight. He did very well, and that's a very good observation, Dave. He came in and fit into that scheme of players that were in there, and was just added to the mix, and that is very important when you can just throw a guy in. And yeah, that's not one particular player that coming into the season I would have suspected we would see early in the basketball game or starting. Pleasant surprise, another addition to this basketball team.
Take a look at the final statistics on the game here tonight.
Well, Dave, the Cardinals end up shooting 25 for 56 for 45%. Custer 22 for 68 for 32%. Look at the free throws. The Cardinals 41 free throw attempts, hit 29 for 71%. 5 for 12 for Custer for 42%. Cardinals slight edge on the boards, 40 to 37. Fondy with 16 turnovers, and the Cougars with 20.
Couple of the leading scorers in the basketball game to look at here for you. First of all, for the Fond du Lac Cardinals, Joe Harmson with 31 points out here tonight. Brad Bester, the only other Cardinal in double figures this evening, he had 14. Jeff Simon finished up the night with 9 points in the basketball game. 7 points out here for Drew Diener. Derek Diener had a total of 2. Matt Rupert with 4. 4 points for Eric Weisenden. 3 points for Greg Fivey, who was strangely a little bit quiet out here this evening. Travis Ernst finished with 5. And Mike Zimmerman with a bucket for 2. Let's see here. One other that I can get you. Aaron Chase had a bucket for 2 as well. And that pretty much rounds out the scoring for the Fond du Lac Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Milwaukee Custer, they were led by DeMel Bass with 16 points out here this evening. Johnny Roy chipped in with 10 to lead the way for Milwaukee Custer. So it's a good win, an opening win for the Fond du Lac Cardinals. A long-awaited basketball game since the last time the Cardinals took the court. I'm sure that it has been a long summer and an awful lot of young men who could not wait to get out of the round ball court here again this evening. And a great crowd on hand here tonight, Mark. I said earlier, I think you probably could have brought East Ladoga in here this evening, and you probably would have packed the place, quite frankly. The Cardinal following was ready for some basketball again after that last year. They're excited about this team and couldn't wait to see them again.
Well, they're really excited about basketball in Fond du Lac right now, Dave, and I've got to go back to the job Coach Diener and staff has done in the youth programs of Fond du Lac. Basketball is thriving and well. The fans are supporting the teams both here at the Ledge and as well as Winnebago. We've got some fine basketball teams. It's great to see, and it's an awful lot of fun to follow.
All righty, now we're going to remind you that we have some action coming your way on Saturday as we'll turn to the hockey rink on Saturday. And first of all, in the afternoon, the St. Mary Springs Ledgers at 3 o'clock will face off against the Madison Edgewood Crusaders. We'll have the replay for you beginning at 6 p.m. right here on Cablevision Channel 8. And we hope that you found us tonight on Channel 7. We're back on the Channel 8 again on Thanksgiving Day with this replay. Should also remind folks and hold that thought right there. A couple of things that I should tell you that I completely forgot about. For those of you who wanted to see that Mayville football game, check the TV guide because they are on PBS this weekend. The replays are on Friday and Saturday. All 6 games will be on. I can't guarantee the times, so check the TV guide, but they are on PBS, which on our cable system is channel 17. On Friday and Saturday, you're going to get all 6 games, 3 on each day. I almost forgot to remind you of that. Then another hockey game for you on Saturday evening as the Fond du Lac Cardinals open up the season. They'll play host to Brookfield. 8 p.m. with the face-off time of the Fairgrounds Ice Arena. We'll have the replay for you at 10:30 here on Cablevision Channel 8. Next Tuesday night, high school basketball action. The Fond du Lac Cardinals play host to Appleton East. Replay here at 10 p.m. on Tuesday evening. Thanks tonight going out to our video sports crew, including our 2 camera people. Up top side has been the big Ralphie Pop. And courtside this evening, our Marion College student assistant, Dawn Gardy. Nancy Markle on the van with all the electronic graphics and the technical duties this evening. Mike Pfeiffer with the statistics and color commentary tonight. For Mike and the rest of the Video Sports crew, I'm Dave Preston, wishing each and every one of you a very pleasant good night, reminding you that this has been a Video Sports presentation. Final score once again, Fond du Lac 83, Milwaukee Custer 54. Thanks for viewing us here on your station for Fond du Lac Cardinal Hoops. Marcus Cable, Channel 8.